I now give the floor to the observer of the Sovereign Order of Malta.
Mr. President, Excellencies, distinguished colleagues, the Sovereign Order of Malta is grateful for the opportunity to speak before you today as a neutral and non-partisan witness to the pain and suffering that is bedeviling the land in which we were founded 900 years ago, and which is the place of the origin of our faith. As both a faith-based international entity and a Catholic hospitaller order, our mission is to serve all of humanity through the provision of healthcare and related services. Our love of the Holy Land, sacred to us as it is to Jews and to Muslims, has been severely tested by the calculated violence that has recently been unleashed on so many people. So many lives lost, so many people suffering, so many children and mothers in pain. A report issued today by the Palestinian Permanent Observer reports that 19 hospitals and 49 health clinics have been hit by incoming fire, while the main hospital for cancer patients was seriously damaged on the 30th of October and is no longer functioning. The main generator at the Indonesian hospital in Gaza has now run out of fuel. And as a surgeon at El Shahifa Hospital warned, basically without electricity, this hospital becomes a mass grave. Our ambassador to Palestine informs us that in the West Bank, the Holy Family Hospital in Bethlehem, operated by the Order of Malta, has made every provision necessary to accommodate victims and those in need of medical assistance. However, due to blockades and border crossings being closed, hospitals across the West Bank, including ours, are unable to replenish their stocks of life-saving medical supplies and equipment. Patients are fearful of traveling to seek help, and doctors are prevented from operating the mobile clinics which used to bring such help and support to so many. More suffering, more anger, more death. Mr. President, consider the plight of pregnant women in Gaza. Estimates are that there are up to 50,000, with 5,000 plus deliveries anticipated each month. The destruction of healthcare facilities and the lack of suitable medical and supplies puts the lives of these mothers and their infants as yet unborn in jeopardy. The overcrowding of shelters and the damage to water and sanitation infrastructure in Gaza is contributing to a public health disaster that is already manifest. Whichever faction was responsible for, or whoever's missiles landed in the grounds of Al-Ahli Hospital, one thing is clear. It is the innocent, particularly women and children, who ultimately bear the heaviest burden. Al-Ahli Hospital is symbolic of what this once holy land has now become, a self-fulfilling prophecy of death, destruction, and hatred. Mr. President, this chamber has been debating Palestine for many, many decades. Some of the best and most astute brains in the world have, however, failed to achieve much more than piecemeal and half-won compromise. Yes, amid it all, a lot of real promise, but promise that has not been realized. Perhaps at this moment of international crisis, we can all put self-interest and global alliances aside and implore this assembly to forge a peaceful settlement that will result in bringing more than a safe corridor or 20 trucks a day bringing critical aid to 2 million people, or the measured release of innocent, unjustly imprisoned hostages, all of which is necessary, all of which is needed, but which simply does not match the scale of what is happening in the lives and in the hearts and souls of millions of Muslim, Christian, and Jewish families. We urge this United Nations to live up to its charter for the sake of the children of Palestine and Israel, the ones that will survive this conflict. Do not let history repeat itself by once more doing too little, too late. Future generations may not be able to hold us to account, but Almighty God will. Thank you, Mr. President.